Do adaptogens really help your gut? If you're somebody who's struggling with digestive pain or just severe discomfort from your gut, this one is especially for you. Welcome, my name is Tumí. I am a medical doctor of over 20 years, board certified in internal medicine, holistic minded. I'm a dancer, I'm a poet, and I have loved and been so happy to help people heal their gut issues, get rid of digestive pain, and do that without pharmaceuticals and without punishing exercises or restrictive diet mindset. If that's of interest to you, then consider subscribing down below. In this video, we're going to talk about adaptogens and if they really help your digestion. I'm going to share with you an excerpt of the Q&A from my membership program this month. I do a Q&A every month with the members of my membership program, answering their holistic health and life questions. And this question was all about adaptogens. Question number 3. What is the deal with adaptogens in mushrooms? Are they truly transformative for gut health? And if yes, which ones do you recommend? So I find adaptogens to be really fascinating. And the term adaptogens actually came from the 1960s when Soviet researchers were figuring out what herbs, what compounds they could give laborers, workers, to help them to be more resilient, to work better, work longer, without any untoward or detrimental effects to their health. I find that really interesting. And that's what adaptogens are known as right now. They are compounds, natural compounds that help with resiliency, especially around the nervous system, stress, immunity, our ability to adapt, right? That's the whole idea. So because I think of a lot of commercialization and monetization around adaptogens, people think about adaptogens now as things that you put in your tea or teas themselves or powders and mushrooms. And it is true that they are mushrooms, or in the classification of mushrooms, that fall under the umbrella of adaptogens. But not all mushrooms are adaptogens, and not all adaptogens are mushrooms. There are actually quite a few incredible herbs that I do want to mention, even though you said mushrooms, that I want to mention that are adaptogens, but are not mushrooms, that are really helpful and have been studied throughout a long history, coming from different traditions, that can be super helpful for resilience. But before I talk about those, I want to be very clear about something. It is my personal and my professional experience that one does not need adaptogens to optimize gut health and heal digestive issues. I want to just take a moment for absorption of that. And I'm having the beautiful bells around me to underscore that. But what is necessary is a holistic root cause healing of the digestion, which in my experience and expertise necessitates a identification and elimination of food sensitivities and intolerances. It necessitates co-crafting with a holistic mind practitioner and somebody who understands nutrition, a maintenance way of eating that is easeful and that is joyful and that is healthy and will support optimal gut health and your entire system and body being healthy. It necessitates an understanding and a respect for proper food combining. And so I dive into all of those in my healing course called Digestive Fire, which is where I pair a healing dance with lectures from me, a lecture from me around this topic, and give you practical steps on doing that. Digestive Fire is absolutely free to you as a member of our beautiful orchard, our community. So check that out if you haven't already, because I go into more detail on food combining and elimination protocol and all of that. My point with that is just to say that when we address the underlying causes for our digestive issue, when we get out of the body's way and clean up how we are eating, overwhelmingly digestive issues resolve. No adaptogens needed. That being said, there can be, for some people, a resistance or a inability because of not, I believe, proper and helpful guidance in healing naturally the digestion. If it's like, I need to have something right now, or I'm in too much pain, or I don't want to go that route of holistic healing through addressing the things I mentioned, give me the adaptogen. Here are some adaptogens that I think are actually quite helpful. And you might ask, well, adaptogens are for resiliency. They're for the stress response. So how and why would they help digestion? Two main reasons. Firstly, 70% of the immune system is in the gut. And again, adaptogens are so key for helping the immune system, the immune stress response. Secondly, the gut-brain connection is incredible. And it's not just through the vagus nerve. It's through a symphonic connection and communication among brain and gut, nervous system and gut. And a lot of nerve cells are in the gut. So again, there's this interconnectedness. Digestion is highly ruled by our stress, our nervous system, and our stress response. And so anything that helps to shore up resiliency around that is going to absolutely help digestion and digestive health. So let's talk about some of these. One that I absolutely love, have prescribed, have guided people through is ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is not a mushroom, but it's a beautiful herb that's been studied for millennia through the wise Ayurvedic system. And ashwagandha is what I love for people who feel tired and wired, just like I'm stressed, but I feel fatigued. It's fantastic for that. And I love to offer that as something to do for about 3 to 4 months to help, again, the immune response, to help the adrenals get tonified, and then one can wean off of that. And I've seen some beautiful benefits with that in shoring up resiliency, shoring up the adrenals and the stress response, and that definitely helping optimize digestion and heal some digestive issues. The second herb is rhodiola, which doesn't get talked about enough. Rhodiola is actually more stimulating, and it can be very helpful for people who feel just like limp and lackadaisical, and I just don't have the oomph I need in my life. And rhodiola is a gorgeous herb for those people who struggle with that. And I find that actually can be quite calming also, but also nicely stimulating as well to the digestion. So feeling kind of constipated in the digestion and also lackadaisical, lackluster in life, maybe even feeling depressed. Rhodiola is beautiful for that. In terms of adaptogenic mushrooms, two of my favorites are chaga and cordyceps, and both of them have been shown in scientific studies to be actually quite helpful for immune system boosting and having some antioxidant and anti-inflammatory support. And I find this to be really helpful, especially around spring and fall. It can be really helpful for preventing sickness from viruses, and also helpful for the gut And these are people who kind of feel this kind of overall sense of, my guts just feels really sensitive. I go through bouts of diarrhea and constipation. I feel just a sensitive digestive system. Yeah, I find chaga and cordyceps to be beautiful for this. And for all of these, I actually really love teas as the vehicle to take them in. You can find things in different forms, different vehicles. Some things are even found now in tinctures, which are quite strong. I love teas or sun teas as the vehicle to take these in. I find it to be more of a gentle way to introduce it and assimilate it into the body. And again, in general, I like to do 3 to 4 months in terms of helping people take that in, dosing it, for the body to then tonify, assimilate, and get stronger in itself, and then weaning off of that, so they're not on it interminably forever. And that's what I want to say about that. So again, to stress, for the vast majority of people, I don't believe that adaptogens are necessary for healing the gut or optimizing gut health. However, they can be a useful tool, and these were some of them that I really enjoy. If you're somebody who's struggling with digestive issues and wanting to get rid of gut pain once and for all, without pharmaceuticals or minimizing pharmaceuticals, without restrictive diet mindset, then I invite you to click on the link below to set up a 15-minute free call with me to see how I can be of support to you. I hope something in this video was of guidance and inspiration and educational to you. Please give it a like if it was. Please share with anyone you think might benefit. Much love to you wherever in the world you are. Take care.